Morning, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Um, I just came on quick. Um, I'm still taking a few more days off. Um, I have something that I have to be doing, but I'm on. I got this quick, well, a lot of downloads of different things. Anyway, um, I'm also on to let you know I didn't go anywhere. But anyway, speaking of, I didn't go anywhere. Um, that's also to the ones that, well, still trying stuff and sending things. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. The full moon was over. You know, I think it's what, 17 more days or 18 more days for the next full moon. And this moon, well, sorry, honey. Oh, sorry. I said honey again. I know how much you don't like that, thinking that I mean it in, you know, when I call somebody honey, I mean all the love in my heart, but not to you guys. Anyway, go ahead, keep on getting new ones. You're only going to mess up their, bloodline and everything, whatever. That's on all of you. It's not my problem. But I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting even more stronger and healing from all these battles and the other stuff that normally I have to take care of, which I will do, and I am doing. I might take off a little bit because I have to. That doesn't mean that you took me down. You are not taking me down or anyone else. And believe me, I'm going to make sure of that. Because you don't know how angry spirit is. But speaking of that, I don't know. There might be some, there might be a lot more than what I think. How God is showing and spirit showing all kinds of signs and, shapes in the sky. And with, different storms, the colors you're seeing, and whatever. I don't know, if a lot more than what I think, again, like I said, is actually seeing that. They're saying all the negativity that's being forced upon all of us around the world and whatever else. Well, one, it needs to stop. And it's going to. Spirit also is saying and showing in many different ways that another one has been taken down. In spirit and also down here. on earth, of the ones that didn't want to listen. I had to get something, and a picture popped up, and it was a caption of something, and somebody had a picture of the sky, and it looked like waterfalls, which it did. And that's saying, if you saw, that, and you come across it, pops up, wherever, as a picture, like with how I got it. Or you were thinking of a waterfall or whatever, it's telling you that all the negativity is being washed away, and that they're protecting us, and we also need to do the same. We need to put a stop to this negativity, and all these ones that been getting away with whatever. It all needs to stop, and we need to continue to help spirit. Like I said, they're showing us all different ways. And with that, I don't know. I mean, I used to listen to them. Occasionally I will, if it pops up. That Liam, I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't watch the news. Occasionally his name will pop up, the one that passed away. I think he was with One Direction, I think. Anyway, when I first heard about it, I thought something was strange about it. But anyway, I'm not saying either way. Because like I said, I don't know the full story. I don't know what happened and whatever else, or where it was. But after that, the one that popped up, I did happen to see someone saying there was a whole bunch of people there. I guess he was at an event or doing something, and a lot of them were all there, different ones. Well, thing is, I hope the authorities are, checking all that out, because today, it's like too many people take, crap, I forgot his name. What's his name? Matthew? I think his name is Matthew. The one from Friends. Apparently, I mean, I heard he passed away. Rest in peace. But then after that, I don't know. I didn't really check it out. I saw another thing that popped up, that there was many involved in that, which brings to Liam's. This is all ridiculous that, you know, it's not only, I guess artists or, they're all celebrities, but anyway, what is going on? I mean, why is a lot of them? It's not only with them, it's different ones, like there's rappers, there's this, there's that, singers, whatever, whatever. How is it that all these ones, and they're all young and some are older, whatever? Why is it? Well, what's, you know, I hear different stories. I'm not going to get into it because I don't know the truth, the whole truth. Uh, so I'm only giving my opinion and what I'm told, but I'm not asking anymore because, you know, if I don't see it, I won't ask. But I mean, before, and I didn't bring it up, but maybe I did in my the beginning, when I first started. There's too much jealousy and hatred and all that, and ones think that people are, I guess, I don't know, passing them, they're getting more attention than they are, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That is a bunch of BS, okay? Now, everyone needs to, have attention, you know, if you're in that field, you know, there shouldn't be any hatred or whatever. You're supposed to come together and help each other and be proud of, each other. How far you guys, got. And all these ones that are supposed to, are hold up. Yeah. Yeah, whoever it is. Give them 10 seconds. That's it. To get off my property and stop the eavesdropping. That's it. Only give them 10 seconds. That's it. And do not miss. Sorry. Um, hold up. I don't remember. Like I said, with all these signs that God has given, He wants us to, really get in there and continue to pray. I know a lot of them, a lot of you are. We need to, pray for peace and, start speaking up. Everyone knows the difference between right and wrong. And we need also to put a stop to all this, it's almost hot. Well, I guess tomorrow or the next day. I don't even know what today is. But anyway, it's Halloween. And you know who all comes out even more? I mean, in my case, they're always even more. Um, you know, but I laugh it off. I have to. Because if you don't, then, that's when, you know, they'll think that it is bothering you. So whatever anyone tries or talks or whatever, I mean, if you have a good comeback, fine, but other than that, don't let them know or let them see, or don't let it bother you. You need to think strong and know that, Spirit, God, Jesus are always with us, especially your spiritual team. And they will get us through anything. But you need to have faith and believe. And start, like I said, you need to start changing. Yes, I'm using that word. A lot of people hate that word because they think that, it takes too much, time and energy to change, to do this, do that. You change every day, but you don't realize it. It's a daily thing that you change. But put a little more fun in it, as in, helping each other, protecting each other. Why don't we bring back old school, as in everybody protected each other. And when someone, was doing magic or, bullying or, I don't know, doing whatever, people spoke up and nipped it in the butt. Children, I don't know when it started, when I started noticing it, like my generation maybe, or maybe a little bit before. Around the 90s, I guess. I mean, maybe the 80s, I noticed it. Could be the 80s, I noticed it. Where, I don't know if anyone else noticed it, how the children, when they were born was different. Yeah, they were supposed to be. As in, we were supposed to get it started to make the world better. I mean, from what I remember, it started, in about the 80s that I noticed the difference between when children were born. The thing is, we were supposed to, been halfway through, or start it. To to make the world better. So it was the time that those children, you know, when they grew up, will continue and to help. Because, I don't know, they came out smarter. They came out, stronger and all that. And it was supposed to continue to help it grow and make it better. But, see, when, children, well, when I was a kid, and if I mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again, and not, no biggie to me. I mean, I was proud of it, but not really, but I was always in the principal's office from first grade, so didn't bother me. And no, it wasn't my fault. But, when we got sent to the office, our parents, they taught us, and I'm not saying all parents don't teach their children not to lie or, do anything. Now, my dad, taught us to speak up if someone continued to, bully us or whatever, that we knew how to handle it. And we mentioned it to a teacher or the principal, whatever, and they took care of it. Today, the difference between 80s and 90s and, now, it's like these children, I don't know what happened. They think that they're entitled, just like adults, some. You get a call from the principal's office or, oh, well, your child, started a fight or whatever. Instead of telling the child, well, you're, punished, or why'd you do that? And why did you, start a fight or whatever? Oh, no. Well, that child, you get a parent, oh, well, that child deserved it, or a teacher, oh, they like you. That was back in, I don't know when. If a boy, teased you or whatever, oh, he likes you. Yeah, maybe back then, that was the truth. But today, no. It's harassment or whatever you want to call it, being toxic, whatever. It's rubbing off, what they see. Even girls, or women, they do the same thing. You know, it was always the men who always got in trouble. And, sometimes wrongly, when it was the girl or woman, whatever you want to say, that was abusive and et cetera, et cetera. It was always the man's fault. And the women, when they did it, it always got covered up. Bull crap. If you're an abuser, you're an abuser. I don't care who you are. You get punished. I'm sorry. You have no right. So what happened? Why is this continuing? Why is everyone getting away with crap? We need to work, well, I'm not saying work harder. I mean, people work hard enough at their jobs, trying to provide. And that needs to also stop too, with everything's going on. More food. Why is it that, I'm noticing even more and more, if anyone mentions it, what's going on and bringing it up, even more gets contaminated and all that. And I thought this girl, I did a video about it, but I didn't know the person's name or what, I don't know, her channel or whatever, how you would say it. I spoke about that, it's not only these ones, in factories and everything, or people doing stuff to foods and bringing it to stores and stuff like that. It's not only that, it is, ones like this person. I think her name is Chloe. I think that's what her name is. It's me, Chloe. When I told you about her, going into these, wherever, it didn't matter if it was a grocery store, she would do it anywhere. And, just leaving it, taking her underwear off, it, and throwing it on food. But I just did seen a recent one. Somebody was reacting to it, and it was a recent video where, she took her underwear off in the middle of the store and threw it on, get this, hot dogs, to say how hot she is. I don't give a flying blank how hot she is or not. She's contaminating food. And then it was where, she would go into, in the middle of the bar or whatever, take a shot, and as a tip, takes her underwear off and hands it to people. Really? And then the whoever was, reacting to it, showed, how she dresses. I mean, whatever. Um, and this person is married, and I'm assuming that's who is videoing. Now, I don't think it's funny. If you want to do videos like that, you sell it to whatever those places are that accepts, porn or whatever. You do that. You do not risk anybody's lives with your underwear that you're taking off of your body. We don't know where your body was, okay? Now, usually I don't speak about anybody, but this, well, my reaction of it, well, I think it needs to be stopped also. And their picture, um, should be across around the world of what they do. So if they walk into any store or wherever, to make sure that they don't pull that stunt. And whoever that person was reacting, apparently they have to flee. I don't know, wherever they are, you know, as you say, you flee the country or whatever. Well, I don't know why they have to do that, but it's none of my business, you know. Um, but that needs to stop. And all these ones, you know, not to bring it up, but I don't know how many they tried to send to me. I guess they, the whole time I was off, they wanted to make sure that they thought they got me. They wanted to make sure. And I know they were on to see if I did anything or, yeah, I was told and I felt, you trying to get, you know, close. And I laughed my blank off. How hard you were trying. And I was doing a lot of praying and a lot of talking to God and the others who I speak to. And I bet you felt it this whole time going back to you. Because get ready. As I said in my last video, you're not laughing anymore. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to. I'm not here to, uh, rat on somebody and or whatever. I don't do that. Because if I did, all of your names would have been out. And all of them. But not yet. Because you'll do that all on your own. And I'll be getting the reports anyway. I think today. I'm not sure. I don't know. But they'll go in my pocket until the right time. But before the next full moon, like I said, I think it's November. I don't know, 15th or something like that. You'll all be caught. You know. But I'm here to, bring out how things, yeah, as it goes, it will get worse than, you know, until right before the storm, something like that, whatever. Well, there's not going to be any more innocence. And you came after me for the last time, even the new ones that are involved. You should have stopped. I know you're listening. You should have followed suit with the other ones that I was told, and which I am so proud of them. They're making it better for themselves because they stopped before, they figured it out quickly when they started to get, things strangely happening or seeing others what was happening around them. They had sense to stop. But it's a game with the others, the rest of you, or, I don't know how you would say it. It's a game to see which one. But you're in groups. So how would you know which one? But that's okay. You don't know who I have protecting us. And I'm not going to, continue with that, who they are. I protect my family. And I make sure I send out a prayer to protect, around the world also. But this is different. We're highly protected. Because, you think that I'm better than all of you. No, you didn't hear that come out of my mouth. It came out of yours, or all of you. I have no beef with anybody. I'm here to help make peace around the world and, spread love. Open people's eyes. You know, bring back, the old days where everyone got along. And what is that, where the community or, the neighborhood got together and what is that? It's the jump rope. I can't remember the name. I used to know how to do it too. Um, it'll probably come back to me. I forget. But you know what I mean. I mean, it was like you saw that like almost everywhere. you know, kids playing hopscotch. Like I said, you can get people involved, you know, while you're like, on your lunch break or whatever, you're walking to the store, you know, do something silly. Get people involved. Cheer them up. Or, make it like, fun or something to get people to react and say, hey, well, they're doing it. We can too. Because this is all BS where people can't have fun anymore. Because they'll be made fun of. Bull. Again, no one's better than anybody. We all aim for the same thing. To be comfortable, to be able to provide, have a roof over our heads, you know, have food on the table, be able to, teach our children to do right and know how to continue to make it better. Yeah, people will argue. Okay, that's fine and dandy. That's normal. That's a normal thing. But you also need to know how to solve it without getting into, oh, well, okay, revenge time or, bullying or, knocking somebody out or punching them or whatever you do. No, that's uncalled for. You know, my day, we solved it. We got into a fight. We solved it. We had to go to, the parents and say, hey, this is what your child did. Yeah, you got some. Like with me, I had four. Decided to jump me. And, well, when one of them gave me a bloody nose, they ran. I laughed. I went to the parent, showed him my bloody nose. Like I said, some didn't know the assignment. As in, they told me, oh, my child would never do that. But meantime, they snuck their kid out the back door to go to the next door because it was a relative, which I saw the whole entire thing. That's not what you do. You don't hide your child. But that's what some do today. That's only given them where they're entitled, oh, I can get away with it. But then, when they get out of hand and then they start on you, oh, what's the matter? You can't handle it? Well, then you shouldn't have hit them or, you know, let them get away with it. This is what's happening. People who are getting away with stuff, they think now they're entitled. Well, I got away with it. I'm not going to get caught or nothing's going to happen. Well, along with us helping, God's making where, you know, He's putting a stop to it because it's getting out of hand. And I'm proud of, some schools, they're getting into where they're checking, all these children when they come in, but there's still some out there. I mean, it's like you need to, pay attention to all these drivers and everything. Now, why isn't it that all schools aren't paying attention where they have the same, you know, rule or law when children are in school? They, you know, you're supposed to know what their parents look like. They're supposed to show ID instead of saying, someone saying, oh, I'm their parent. And you're supposed to have a list of who is supposed to pick them up. And the parent is supposed to call when someone different is picking them up. And they're supposed to have ID to prove that it's them. The thing is, how is it that the ones that are, bring the children out, knowing that they're supposed to either go on the bus or they're getting picked up, when someone comes up and says, oh, this is my child, but, you don't ask the child if, well, is this your, parent? No, you just hand the child over. Now, when the real parent comes to pick up their child, oh, I don't know where they are. I already gave it to the parent. So now they have to, waste hours and hours and hours to figure out where their child is. Then I saw another reaction with it where people were like, oh, well, they're thinking of homeschooling, but then they said that, that it's wrong to homeschool because the children need social, socialing or socializing. Sorry. Okay. If you want to homeschool, you homeschool. And yeah, the children need socializing and all that. Well, you already went to school with, kids or whatever, but you're taking your children out. You still have, those children that they could still be friends with, okay? There's groups that, you get from online. And when you join the homeschooling, which you need a lawyer for, I advise to have that lawyer. You have all the socializing you need. And you take them out to socialize. So don't, if you want to, you don't let anyone stop you. And the thing is, yeah, school isn't a babysitting. But that doesn't mean that the children, they can't act up because they're, away from home. That they think that they can act up in school. And, teachers with some can have favorites, or, yeah, you can have favorites or whatever, but, it's equal. You need to teach what you're supposed to. Because if you're one of them that where, you look down on ones that, aren't dressed like the others or whatever, you get what I mean. Well, you shouldn't be a teacher. But, yeah, you're not babysitters. But our children are there. In for the school. And when it's a school, that means teachers, whoever works there. Yeah, you're supposed to teach. Whatever how. But they're also under your protection. That's not babysitting. As they're home with us, we protect them. But we need to work, go to work, just like all of you. So we expect our children to be protected. Because we can't, be at work. Oh, I would think I'll leave work and go check on my kid to make sure I protect them. That's not how that works. And parents, yes, you can't expect them to babysit or whatever. I'm always tired of hearing that. Where it's all over. I had a lot of problems at the school. They went. We were never late except maybe once or whatever. But the thing is, I didn't like when, we went for the, opening, parent opening and whatever. But the thing is, I always hated when they always spoke about the rules and everything. But then when they came up to, oh, we're not babysitters, but then it was like the principal would just like look at us, look at, me, and then look away. Okay, one, I'm not sending my child to be there to be babysat. So I don't know what that was all about. And I send my child thinking that, my children are going to be protected in your hands from, bullies and, stuff like that. But no, my children were bullied every day. But, when, never mind, I'm not even going to get into that, about that. When they didn't even call me until 5 minutes before school was out. When it happened, mid-morning. And they never said anything. What happened. But besides the point. But the point is, things need to start changing for the better. And egos or whatever, how you want to say it, doesn't matter. Don't think that you're entitled. Okay? Nobody's entitled better than anybody. So, I don't know what's going on where all these, actors and I don't know, singers, rappers, whatever, how you want to say it, what's going on. All of a sudden, oh, this one passed away or whatever. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Because, it's all going to stop anyway. Because, like I said, God's showing all different ways, with storms, everything. And letting ones know that, okay, this one's going down. This one is, whatever. And where. But we also need to help. And again, we need to, like I said, protect each other also. Oh, and there's a new thing going on too. If you see money on your windshield, do not get it. Just get in your car and drive off and go to the nearest police station, whatever. Because if you stop, like I said, if you get into your car and then all of a sudden you notice it, but you already started your car, you get out to grab a hold of that money. One, you don't know what's on it, like this stuff, like I've been putting out. There are 2 cars waiting for you to do that. Get out to grab the money. They push you away, grab the money out of your hand, push you out, and steal your car. And the other one is where if you're driving at night or whatever, there is a lot of fake signs with block, you need to stop and be cautious. You know the difference. You can tell that these are fake. Do not go traveling down a dark road, especially alone or whatever. You back up and you turn around or whatever, and uh, make the authorities know about it, because there's a whole bunch of attacks on the road. You go over it and down little ways that you cannot see, and other, a van and cars waiting to, and there's cars like following behind you, probably because you have that tag, tracker, that they put on somewhere, wherever you are. And when you get all the flat tires from these tacks, they come and take you. It's another trick. They're doing all kinds of stuff. You know the difference between, the sign, the stop signs and caution and all that. And there's like tape, like some have tape around something, where, yellow to be cautious about. Well, they're putting you to drive on that side where there's the tacks or nails or whatever to give you flat tires. So you need to be careful with that. And, with the money. And there's another one where these people are following you around the store, taking video and just following you. And then when you get up to the register, you could tell that one goes outside and the other one's just following, and then they need to do something. They just grab something off the shelf and go behind you and wait and all that. And I don't know if a person who comes up to you, or if it is a person at the register, starts talking to you and about all kinds of stuff, where you don't know why they're talking about all that. But anyway, you start walking to go outside, and all of a sudden, you feel the other person that was behind you, that just got something off the shelf just to get something. You happen to, turn around or whatever and see them just throw it in a bin. Well, again, thank God, people were outside. And somebody came up to them, a van pulled up, and this person started like really walking, and this other person was like, yeah, somebody is, the girl told this person, and they were like, okay, they called the cops, but she got into the car, and the guy started to take off, and she just went to the police station. But they didn't follow her or anything, but they might be, they might have just went back in. Don't know. But you can tell when somebody is following you, just following you. And when you see a van, pull up outside, something's up. You'll get that feeling. But I don't know what's going on. These people thinking that they can get away with it. But the thing is, all these people at all these, where you work, that girl, after the police station and they went home, called the store where they were, and it was like they didn't care. Oh, okay, I'll let the manager or whoever know. Well, right there tells me maybe they're involved with it. I don't know. But, I'm not telling you how to run your business, but, you should have cameras. There should be automatically cameras outside and, wherever. And always hooked to the police station where they can see too, to help protect. And store owners, you should protect. You should have, be alert. Have your employees be alert. And, do something before. A customer might not realize that people, are following them or whatever. But someone else does. You call the authorities right away. We need to nip that in the butt too. All these ones are coming up with different things which are coming back. This was before, it's repeating. We need to nip this all in the butt. If people want to repeat, why don't you do something, with good intentions? As in, instead of harming, why don't you, start protecting? Now, you need to, also think, you need to clean out your mind too. That is the main factor here. Okay? You need, like I said, I keep telling you, you need to, refresh your mind with all positive thoughts. Instead of getting deep into being lost, where you're getting confused, where all you have with you, you're getting things attached to you, you're getting, more negativity, and who knows what is being attached to you. You need to rebuke it and, return to sender. It's not only, ones are doing magic that are, sending them. It's what they're doing, that what they're bringing in. They know it and they don't care because they don't realize that it is getting attached to them, all of them that are coming in. And the ones, I'll take me, and the ones that they're sending, they're just playing with you. They do come, they stay a little bit, but they go back even more powerful, back to sender. Because like I said, they know not to mess with me. But ones that don't even know about it, and, I'll just say that don't have, well, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not going to go there. So never mind. That needs to be reminded. You cannot let them attach to you. You need to always stay with the light and learn how to face your shadows and etc., etc. But you need to start putting positive thoughts in your mind and bringing you, who you're supposed to be, the real you, forward to be your protector. All the ones, all these ones that keep calling also. Still think it's a game, huh? Think it's funny. Because you didn't get caught yet. Oh, you're going to. I'm not going to say when. Yeah, I found out when, I wanted to see how well it worked. How I could wrap Daddy around my finger, even though I'm his baby. But he laughed. I still found out when, though. He laughed. He was like, "You're not that kind of a person." So I guess I can't, act childish like that. Or, be a bi, I'll just say. But anyway, see, I can have fun with him. And that's how it should be. I'm not saying that it's going to be, like I keep saying, it's not going to be, cookies and cream or whatever, how you want to say it. You get your arguments and disagreements and all that, but you come to terms and, solve it and then walk away. Like before, back then, like I said, if you want to do repeats, you bring that, not the bad parts. What? That better not say what I think it says, because okay, I didn't say that. Nope, I did not say that. I just love how people put words in my mouth. Anyway, we need to put a stop to it. And like I said, if you want to do repeats, why don't you bring back, the good stuff, as in everyone protected everyone. Our streets were clean. We knew how to, on the streets, there's tons of trash cans all down the street. Why is it that people don't know how to put it in the trash can? That's all uncalled for. And then people, blank and complain. But then, you get where, you get ones doing the sweeping that come around and they sweep and change the bags and all that. But then you get like, nasty ones or whatever, think that they're entitled, because what they're doing, it's not important. So they think it's funny and just throw things on the ground after that person just swept everything up and whatever, and thinks it's so funny. Every job is important. Every job, what anyone does, it all matters. If you think about it, you can't have something without the other. Like I said, janitors or cleaners or whatever, they make your office clean to look presentable. So you still need to help them out instead of just like, throwing things all over, letting it sit there all day before they come in. You can help out. Because they're cleaning and making it presentable and nice looking, their job is more important than yours. So technically, you can't have them. You can't have people walking in or, clients or whatever without the janitors making it look presentable for you in the first place. So why, and the streets and all that. I bet you don't have much of them anymore cleaning it. That's why you see so much, because they're sick and tired of ones. After a while, you get tired. And why bother? So pick one. Instead of and complaining, then help them out. Like I said, we need to work together. And this is long enough. I just really came on to let everyone know that I'm still here. And just to check in and bring a few things up. But like I said, I need to work on something, because I knew these ones were up to something. But I'm ahead of them. But they don't know how far. But no, you didn't get me. Just to be clear. But anyway, I have a lot to do today. And I might come back. I don't know. I mean, I am doing better. I know they didn't get me. Don't worry. But there was a lot that, I had to recover from, not only down here, in spirit, and then them sending, but them trying to, they're like poking, I could feel them trying to get close and trying to, attach to my energy to figure out what I'm doing and all that. It's like when the groups are all here, it's all I feel is like heat. So I have to, say something and, get them away from me. So, like I said, it's not only them that I have to deal with. I have to deal with everything, that they started and that I'm still doing. But anyway, you see, these people, they don't understand that, they think that people just go through things, what they want them to. They don't realize that they have other things that they have to do and, take care of. But, as it's, always is, they think that I don't do anything. I have nothing to do. I shouldn't do anything. I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that, and, you know, I don't need that, I don't need this, I don't need that one, I don't need this one, you know, controlling, which they're not going to do. And they shouldn't, because now they're going to see how that feels once, you know, they're going to be starting to be controlled. And they're not going to like it. I mean, God already started, but anyway, I'm sending lots of coffee, tea, whatever you drink to start your day. And I'm sending lots of love, peace, light, and positive thoughts all around the world. And like I said, I'm here to help everyone around the world in with my messages and bring everyone together as it should be and where we should have been by now. So, like I said, I'm here to check in, and, well, I did. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I might go a little bit, but, you know, not for long. And, yes, in between, I'm not learning, but I'm getting back into, you know, trying to cook and bake. I mean, you know, I never did that, but anyway. Well, I baked a cake. I did good, but, you know. Anyway, I'm having fun. How it should be. And no one's going to stop that. Not even if you try. It's not going to stop me. So, stay in your own lane. Stay in your own business. And leave mine alone. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to like what's about to happen. And which one I picked to happen. That was in my last video. Which, for number one, I'm not going to say. But anyway, they'll find out. And it's not my problem. It's theirs. And yes, I'm going to get a lot of hate. And a lot that are mad. Well, you'll get glad again once you get all that negativity off of you and you learn how to take care of your shadows and pay back all the karma that you put on yourself. Probably that's when you'll get glad. Don't know. Don't care at this moment. I have other things that I have to do that's important. And like I said, oh yeah, I forgot. You're still not going to know who my DM is. Get that through your head, okay? Because maybe God let you. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did. Just for fun. You're trying to get into my dreams to find out if I'm thinking of my DM. No. Because I know when you're going to try. And I don't think of them at those times. Oh, yeah. And by the way, when I said that, it's to let you know that I know that you're thinking, oh, well then, those times I won't do it. I'll do it this time. It's not going to work either. Sorry, pals. Nope. Not going to happen either. Because you don't know when I think of them. So, you're lost anyway. So, checkmate. Bye. Oh, no, sorry. Ciao, everyone. Bye to them. Ciao to all of you. And thank you, everyone. Ciao.